Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here with your October 2020 mid-month general reading. We are looking at the last 2 weeks of October, and this reading is for the air sign of Aquarius. Welcome everyone. Thanks for taking the time to tune in and watch this video. And for all your likes, shares, support, feedback, comments, donations, all welcome and appreciated. Thank you. So this reading is for Aquarius for the last half of October 2020. That's Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, if your Venus is in Aquarius, or if you're cross-watching for an Aquarian as well. It's all relevant, but of course, being a general reading, it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. So if you know all of your signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, watch them all because each one can provide additional perspective that gives you a more cohesive picture and potentially helpful navigation through whatever is going on in your life today. If you find that the reading resonates with you, or if any of the readings resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, you can click on the description link below, click on that little arrow, you'll see some contact details there, my email address. Feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I can usually respond to your initial inquiry with more info within the same day or the first 24 hours. And I do readings full-time. It's all that I do. So scheduling personal readings is done in a fairly timely fashion. I'm pretty diligent about working with your schedule and mine. So email me if you're interested. I'd be most happy to set something up with you. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what the last half of October is holding for you. I am using Legacy of the Divine Tarot today with the Gilded Tarot Royale. Okay, Aquarius, we begin with the Magician, followed by the King of Cups, the High Priestess, followed by the King of Swords. From the bottom of the deck, overall energy is the Three of Cups. Celebrations, social energy, parties, getting together with good friends, kindred spirits, positive social connections in your community. It's the overall energy. Let's clarify, because I'm not entirely sure from what I'm seeing here what's going on. The Magician, who is the entrepreneur and the manifester. The Magician is about success that comes from a combination of hard work, your own talents, and doing the work to actually manifest something in reality versus just trying to visualize and expect it to come. The Magician knows how to make his vision and ideas reality. Through talent, hard work. The King of Cups could be an emotionally supportive person in your life, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, somebody who is emotionally balanced and in tune not only with his own emotional awareness but with that of others around him, tends to sit on top of his emotions, has reached a place where he is quite balanced and harmonious and has very good self-control with emotions. Sometimes might be a difficult emotional read, but a very supportive person. The High Priestess, trusting in your own intuition and guidance, listening to any signs or feelings that you have which propel you in one way or another. The High Priestess is kind of our connection to the divine. It's about listening, paying attention, watching for those subtle things, and kind of responding based on that. And then we have another king showing up here, the King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This could represent you, Aquarius. You know, forthright, a good communicator, very direct, sometimes comes across as a bit blunt. Truth, right, integrity, honor. This could be you, it could be somebody else relevant to you. This King of Cups is somebody else external in your life that for some reason is significant to you during the last half of October. So but there's a celebratory energy here, which is the theme for the last 2 weeks. So let's clarify that. Clarify the Three of Cups. Has a high social energy, this Three of Cups. drinking, dancing, getting together, having a good time, of course, assuming that it's safe where you're at, considering the state of the world today. It's about those connections with good friends, kindred spirits, and again, positive social connections in your community or social activities in your community, or just social events in particular. The Knight of Cups, an opportunity for change coming in of an emotional nature, positive nature, could be a love offer. Let's pull one more card for that. What is the Nine of Cups bringing? The Ace of Cups. Is it new love and romance, a new emotional beginning? Could be emotional renewal in an already or previously existing situation as well. Interesting, right behind that is the Three of Wands, which is doing some footwork and feeling very good and very positive about a future goal, maybe beginning to see small manifestations of what you want down the road beginning to happen for you. So celebration over an opportunity, a love offer of some kind. Let's clarify the rest of these. Clarify the Magician. The Nine of Swords, stress, anxiety, doubt, fear, self-doubt. Someone is afraid that they cannot manifest. Someone is maybe really stressed out about whether or not they can manifest this, or whether they should manifest this, or should proceed with it. Clarify the Nine of Swords. The King of Cups. So we have the King of Cups here twice. So the stress is about the King of Cups. Is the offer coming from the King of Cups, Aquarius, and there's some kind of stress about it? Are you making an offer to the King of Cups? It looks like an offer has already been made because there's this celebratory energy. Is it an offer of engagement, marriage, moving in together, preparing for an event of that sort, but not really sure if you should do it, if you should take it, if you should offer it? Clarify the King of Cups, the original King of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles. So we have a Queen of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn showing up here. Very capable, practical, resourceful individual. Nurturing in a very hands-on, practical sort of way. Clarify that Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups popped out. So we have the King and Queen of Cups, a couple. Typically when two queens show up together in a reading, it is often two females that are showing up together in a positive light who can help guide you through a situation or offer advice, support, and feedback about this King of Cups. Clarify the High Priestess. Temperance. Temperance and the High Priestess. This is about not losing your cool. This is about staying emotionally balanced, centered, in control of yourself, not allowing yourself to be spontaneous and impulsive or be pulled by other people's opinions, your own emotions, and paying attention to what you feel is the right thing to do here. Clarify the King of Swords. The King of Swords can be you, Aquarius, because it's the King of Air, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. It could be another king in this situation who's manifesting like the King of Swords. The Page of Cups. Messages. Emotionally positive messages, the beginning of messages. What's behind that? The Four of Wands. one of the happy home cards, love, celebration, marriages. The Four of Wands can speak of the energy that precedes a happy event that concludes friends and family, like, a family reunion, a wedding, an anniversary, a birthday party, a graduation, something of that sort. Or perhaps not something that formal, it could be something more informal. And the anticipatory excitement of getting ready for it, preparing for it, thinking about it. So there's celebration here about an offer coming in of an emotional nature. And because this is a general reading, of course, the nature of what the celebration or this offer is can vary. It could be getting engaged, it could be getting married, it could be getting back together again. There is a sense here with the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands that the actual event or thing is taking place in the future, not right now. But the energy right now is focused around that which is coming up. But there's a lot of stress and anxiety here. It could be for some of you, because of the global pandemic we're all living through right now, that you are planning or have been planning some kind of event, social event, where there would be friends and family, like a marriage or a family reunion or some other kind of event where you're wanting the people you love and care about to come together to celebrate the thing. But there is worries and concerns about whether you should do it because of what's going on, and if so, how can you do it? How can you do it safely? Should we invite this many people? Should we have that many people? So it could be around the practical details of that. For some of you, it might be focused more on the emotional repercussions of this. It could be, receiving an offer of marriage or something that falls under that umbrella and not really being sure whether or not you should take it or not. The Magician and the Nine of Swords with the King of Cups could represent, a misunderstanding between you and this King of Cups, because I feel it's more centered around you and this King of Cups, and there's other people around who are perhaps there to kind of help guide you or give you feedback or advice on how to proceed. There may have been some kind of misunderstanding on an emotional level. Should you make an offer of marriage? Should you accept this offer? It might not be marriage, it could be something else sort of under that umbrella. You could have, again, I'm drawn to this Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Cups. Could be a mother, sister, female friend of yours or of the King of Cups that's there to kind of help guide you through this process, or perhaps is putting in a good word for you with this person, or vice versa. They could be helping perhaps mediate an understanding. You're being asked to maintain your emotional balance, pay more attention to listening and trying to pick up, details and maybe body language and all of that kind of stuff. And it feels like this is something that if this is a getting engaged or a marriage proposal in its infancy, and there's stress perhaps about whether you should do this or not, whether it's accepting the offer or extending the offer, or there's been some kind of misunderstanding about it, it feels like towards the end of the month that you accept the offer, extend the offer, or agree to proceed forward. If it's about, the planning of the event itself or people kind of coming together for it, again, it's the same thing, because towards the end of October, we have that King of Swords with the Page of Cups and the Four of Wands. It's like, okay, let's go ahead and kind of start stepping into this. Let's go ahead and start planning this. But there's this feeling of kind of maybe not a non-immediacy, meaning that there shouldn't be this urgency about it, and maybe that's where the stress or anxiety or misunderstanding is coming in, Aquarius, that maybe you plan to have something happen at a certain time, and it turns out maybe it's not such a great time to do it. Maybe you should put a little bit more, planning, and maybe put it off a little bit. Or if it's, about getting married or having this thing happen right now on an emotional level, and the concern is more emotional than practical, then again, maybe extending it or having a longer engagement, or taking more time to plan this thing. What's the primary fear or block or obstacle here? Can you clarify more of that Nine of Swords? The Ace of Pentacles, practical new beginnings, moving, relocating, a new job. Right behind it is the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress together, these are about new beginnings in a practical sort of way. It could be moving, relocating, a new job, a new home, combination of that. This could be fertility, having a baby or deciding to have a baby. The Ten of Wands is feeling overwhelmed, feeling like it might be too much of a burden, or that it is too much of a burden. The fear is that whatever the thing, the event, the offer, whatever this is for you, because of course general reading is going to vary depending on how many of you are watching, what's going on in your lives. Everybody has their own story. It's about starting in a new way, or some new beginning, some new opportunity path, love, romance, the actual event, fertility, having children, that it might be too much of a struggle, or too much of a burden, or that there's too much detail or planning involved in it. Let's see what's behind that. The Lovers and Judgment. This is about being at major significant crossroads in a relationship, about whether you take this path and it means your life goes on this trajectory, or if you take this path and your life will go in a completely different trajectory. Either way you look at it, this crossroad means that whatever decision you make, the relationship or the situation as it is will change. It will not be the same. The Hierophant, convention, tradition, establishment. This feels more like it's around marriage, wedding, or having children, a family, that sort of thing. For some of you, it's the fear of making a decision that will completely change the trajectory of your life, as of course marriage would, or becoming a parent, or moving in together, that sort of thing, joining families together. Perhaps you were together, or you were planning on this path of trajectory. Maybe there's been a fight or a misunderstanding, and you're trying to kind of sort it out. Do I want to do this, or do I not want to do this? It feels like there's fear of the future involved here. Like, if we move forward with this, is it going to be too much for me? Am I going to be able to handle this? So let's pull some advice and guidance cards. 1 and 2, advice, guidance for Aquarius. Help us to navigate through the last couple of weeks of October. I'm so pale today. The Two of Cups, definitely soulmate connection, kindred spirit, karmic connection. And right behind that, the Hanging Man. So Spirit is telling you to kind of hold off for a while. Things are still playing out. There might be more things to talk about, to learn, to discuss. This is a card about not taking specific, decisive action just yet, because things are still playing out, which is a fundamentally wise piece of advice, whether this is just focused on the emotions of this relationship, offer, situation, whether it requires, a bunch of people getting together. Again, situations are so fluid and changing in the world today that, making plans, especially making future plans, is kind of hit or miss right now. So it's about not taking any decisive, aggressive, assertive actions just yet in regards to this union. So Aquarius, that is your reading for the last half of October. I hope you found it helpful. Again, if it resonated with you and you would like to reach out for a personal reading, just click the description link below. Feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you. I'll see you again in a couple of weeks for the November general reading. Stay safe and well. Be blessed. Hope to see you again here soon. Bye-bye.